Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Also, something about scissors. Scissors seem to be in 2 of the murders, at least.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Yeah,
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the hell?
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill! I murder with passion and conviction. And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement!
Oh, she does have them.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
She did.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yeah.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now,
The extension cord.
the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
The locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Oh, is that why Monokuma was weighing on him hand and foot? Maybe why.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But how did you know it was Chihiro?
nothing strange about that, I'd say. On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Yeah, we didn't know it was Chihiro until we went to
then.
the locker room.
What's so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction with what Byakuya just said. We need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the non-stop. Yes, absolutely. What is it? Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Kuma filed. I only have them on.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yeah.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
No.
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
No, it is not.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Oh, frick. Whoops. With what I said. Frick.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course,
Oh,
I
frick.
would
I
suggest
missed.
we check the girls' locker room. There was no time for pointless
wait.
distraction. What's so strange about that?
Need to go through it again. I missed it.
with you.
It's durable. Oh my gosh. There's a contradiction there.
The
Good
victim
gerbil.
was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course,
frick,
I would
I
suggest
missed
we
again.
check the victim was Chihiro, who was
There we
a
go.
girl.
What?
Shoot!
What happened? I thought I had it. Maybe.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no
I
time
think
for
I know what I have
What's
to do.
so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you.
I know what I have to do now.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found
Nope,
the
that didn't
body.
do it. What? Oh, I'm gonna die. Don't scare me like makes me think something weird is going on. Must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Whoops. Okay, I failed. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh. Have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the Blackened. Yeah, maybe. However, Makoto is not the Blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations. Wait, why did everyone blame me? I wasn't the suspect. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this...
Yeah, yes. Give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yeah. Alright, come on. New element has been added. There we know. Alright, maybe if I flashback what she says and then I shoot it at his words.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
But he was acting.
If you're presented with the opportunity,
That's unnatural.
the victim
Was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Oh, frick!
So,
frick!
of course,
frick!
I would suggest we check the
I
girls'
messed it
locker.
up.
There was no time for
I almost had it.
I wish
Reaction.
The victim.
Victim was Chihiro,
Who?
There we go. Got it. Thank you. It was what she said. What Hina said.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Yeah.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So
Yeah.
your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Exactly.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
It's not obvious it's you. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with
What's
it.
the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents.
Yeah.
The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Yep. The difference between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible. What could it be? Okay. Make your argument. Library desk lamps, less count, disappearance stain.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro
tongue.
was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Library desk.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope.
Before in my life.
Oh, frick! Dang it!
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
The freaking white noise got in the way.
I'd never seen.
Seen that rope before in my
Got it.
life.
Haha! Did it before the white noise. Frick you, white noise!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Yeah.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
You love brutally? Oh, so you love every time everyone gets executed on this? Like when Leon got killed?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Yeah.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
To,
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He didn't kill her in the locker room. He doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Yeah.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Oh, yeah. This is where the stain comes in. What was that just now? Something's not right. Byakuya's remarks just now. There's something in there that concerns me. Genocide Jack, the scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
Yeah.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Because things got switched.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
He seems very concerned now.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story's only moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. I need to just focus on things that I got switched. Things that got switched. Mondo's account, Sakura's account, boys' locker room carpet. This one.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
He looks very concerned now.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Why did I specify it as that?
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Why are you laughing?
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
I'm not saying names.
a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yeah, the stain's gone.
Protein coffee?
He's very concerned.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Or moved. No, it's not the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Boys' locker room carpet. Yep.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Chihiro is... Chihiro's originally a dude!
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
Or they used Leon's.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
What?
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro only have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Okay, so maybe Chihiro is not biologically a dude. Boys, broken e-handbook. Broken e-handbook, that's what I need.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Oh, that wasn't it. You think there's some proof that contradicts what I said?
Shoot!
You think about it more, there must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Oops.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
Maybe Chihiro was originally a chick, but she wants to be a dude.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Yeah.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Here we go, broken handbook. Non-binary people.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
So they did use their handbook. Chihiro did use their handbook.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
You love Weed Man.
Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Yeah, Hero is interesting.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
What?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
What if she
So I guess
was originally a dude?
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya was the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Oh, she manipulated Monokuma.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Free unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... back in here? Why are you back in here?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Kuma's silly.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
What? Oh, to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully.
Oh no, I know
Like
what's gonna happen.
Using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
I know what's gonna happen.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not a girl.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
She's not a girl.
Very well. I'll do it.
Sakura, you're not
But
gonna
you're a
like it.
girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Let me do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
What?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Oh, okay, I know what she's
Okay,
talking about.
here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together for a brief prayer, Sakura had began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
She's
What
upset.
is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Oh, Sakura's upset. Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
is a boy.
I was right!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What are you doing, Turtle? I knew that was supposed to be his reaction.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
I already knew that! Why is everyone so
Oh,
surprised?
what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Turtle's getting out.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Damn, she's jealous I'm not killing him.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
I kind of already figured that out, but okay.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. A thought had never even crossed my mind. It crossed my mind! What are you talking about?
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
This makes you want to dip some chicken nuggets in a vanilla milkshake. Why?
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
You're hungry.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Wait, was Byakuya just...
But I
Wait.
think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
So he was an accomplice,
Mark
but
it
who
as
did he accomplish?
Correct?
Has to be a dude.
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Then who could have done
I
it?
find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Someone that's able to
If you're
lift a
really
dumbbell.
telling the truth, then
Has to be a dude.
why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did
Wait,
it.
Hiro, was it you?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
I'm now confused.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Has to be one of the
Anyway,
dudes.
let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Could it be Hifumi? Could it be Mondo? Could it be Taka? Could it be Hiro? It's not Byakuya, we just proved his innocence. Couldn't
That's
have been
very
me.
true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
If Byakuya didn't do it, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it would have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues.